think that this could be one of the top dishes ever served in Chef's Try.
Oh, there's definitely stiff competition, but I'm not scared.
Today we're going to be trying each other's comfort dishes.
Now, before we get started, we wanted to thank Coles who partnered with us for this very special World Pride episode of Chef's Try. Coles and BuzzFeed are committed to sharing queer stories so that everyone feels welcome at the table. Now let's get into it.
So here is how it works. We're all going to cook our favourite comfort dish, a dish that takes us back to a fond memory or a place that makes us feel safe.
We'll try each other's dish, we'll rate them out of 10, and whoever ends up with a high score is today's winner. So my name is Mahusay. I'm the owner of the restaurant and the catering company called Sydney Sibulachon, and we specialise in Filipino comfort food.
Hey, I'm Ryan Paterzo. I'm the resident tasty chef at BuzzFeedOz. You can follow us on TikTok.
My name's Courtney Roulston and I've been cooking pretty much my whole life. I'm the youngest of 6 kids. I'm now an ambassador with Coles Supermarkets and my job involves working with food every single day, whether it's travelling the country, visiting farmers, doing work for the magazine, doing media events or cooking shows. I have an absolute dream job working in food.
Hi everyone, my name is Tyler Shaw. By day, I'm a store manager of Coles Supermarkets, and by night, I'm the fabulous diva drag queen known as MisTy DelRay.
So some of the components that I'll be looking for today is something that's kind of a heartwarming dish, simple, flavorful.
It's like you kind of lean on comfort to make you feel good. Comfort dishes do tell a really strong story about people, so yeah, I'm hoping that maybe I can learn a thing or two.
I think for me, a comfort dish is actually being surrounded with people you love. Give that atmosphere of being able to open up and talk. We go through so many different things in life and food brings us together to be able to open up to one another.
I'm excited. I think it's lovely to meet new people. Comfort food is probably one of the tastiest foods, so yeah, bring it on.
So today I'm going to be serving up my banana glazed lamb chops with potato salad on the side. This dish that I'm serving today has profound meaning. It brings me back to a time of me coming out, and that was during our family dinner where my sister served up this particular dish to our family. Everyone accepted me. It was such a happy moment. It was such a happy family dinner. Every year World Pride takes place. This is the dish that I turn back to because it brings me back to that happy, joyful place of acceptance. So we start off by making our banana ketchup sauce glaze, and it's really simple. Cut up your ripe bananas, put them in a blender, add your tomato paste, your brown sugar, season it with salt and pepper, blend it until you get that sauce consistency, put it in a bowl, and then add your lamb chops in that same bowl, mix it all up, and in a frying pan, about low to medium heat, add your butter, and then add your lamb chops. Cook them for about 4 to 5 minutes on each side. So today on my plate, I have the Coles pre-made potato salad, which I've mixed in the sultanas in there, which gives it that sort of sweet flavor, together with the mixed green leaf salad. Grab your lamb chops, put them on a plate, grab a handful of pomegranate, just for some color and garnish. I just can't wait for all the other chefs to try my dish, and I know they're gonna love it.
This looks beautiful.
Looks like we've got a little bit of spice going on here. There's a bit of caramelization, so there's some flavor on the cutlets.
Presentation-wise, I actually think they nailed
I
it.
think the thing that stands out is pomegranate seeds, and I don't reckon there's an ingredient more gay than pomegranate seeds, am I right?
There's only one way to approach a lamb chop, hands on.
This lamb is definitely cooked to perfection.
Nice and juicy,
I really like the meat is nice and tender, it's cooked well. It's so fruity.
quirky, it's different.
The marinade's beautiful.
It's like tomato and banana flavor coming out of the lamb. Like, what is happening? Those flavors don't mix in my mind.
Look, there's a first for everything. I've never had a banana marinated lamb cutlet before.
I did not expect there to be banana, but it is rocking those lamb chops.
The potato salad is sweet.
There's hidden surprises in here. I feel like there's sultanas and things in the potato salad.
The flavor is fruity, and I think that you get a burst of flavor from the pomegranate.
Is it a store-bought potato salad?
To be honest, we're all about saving time, and we all have busy schedules.
I love a lot of the pre-packaged, pre-chopped stuff at Coles. They make for great, quick and easy midweek meals.
And I want to give this one an 8.5 out of 10 because I feel like it taught me so much about the chef who made it.
Overall, the lamb chops are amazing. The potato salad's good. a 7 out of 10.
This dish does tick a lot of the comfort boxes, and I think it's probably quite a simple dish to put together. A 7 out of 10.
The dish that I'll be cooking today is my personal favourite and delicious chicken pasta bake. Now this is a dish that I like to share with my whole family and friends on a cold winter's night in Hobart in Tasmania. It brings my whole family around the table to be able to spark up a conversation and see how each other's day was. Now this is quality time that we love to have around the table enjoying great food. Firstly, I boil my pasta. I then grab my sauce, mix it through thoroughly. So if you want to know my little secret, I grab a Coles hot roast chicken, shred it and place all over the pasta to save that little bit of time. I then grab my fresh mushrooms, slice them or dice them however way you feel. You then want to grab a little bit of spinach. I then grab my fresh cherry tomatoes and slice them in half. Grab your cheese and spread however much you want, but I like a lot. I place it in the oven for 20 minutes or until the cheese is golden brown. Finish garnishing it with a bit of tarragon. I know the chefs are definitely going to love this dish. It's going to blow their minds.
This looks super comforting. The whole bowl is just full of pasta. It's like, boom.
Pasta is probably one of the easiest comfort foods that you could prepare and serve to your guests, right?
A lot of comfort meals come in bowls and are eaten in tracksuit pants on the lounge.
Look at that, everything on the fork. Let's do this.
It's a big mouthful. It's a pretty classic combination.
Very simple, but yeah, it does pack full of flavor.
The great thing about pasta bake is it bakes unevenly, and that might sound like a bad thing, but it's a good thing because you get crispy pieces of pasta and crispy cheese. Yum.
Young kids and adults would love this.
There's probably not too much that I would change up. Probably I would add prawns, and I'll be a bit more generous when it comes to the tomato-based sauce.
Chicken in pasta, yes, I'm a fan.
There's something comforting about picking up a barbecue chook at the shops, making life easy. I think a little bit of bacon or prosciutto in here would add a lovely kind of smoky element, and that goes with everything. If you really wanted to get fancy, you could put some pesto through this as well.
Thank you, Chef, for serving us a simple yet tasty and heartwarming dish. You're gonna get an 8.5 out of 10 from me.
So I feel like carbs and serving pasta is actually really important to have in life. Fantastic job. I want to give them a 7.5 out of 10.
Look, I love it. There'll be plenty of leftovers for the next day. It's easy to eat with a fork. I reckon I'll give this pasta bake an 8 out of 10.
The name of my dish is Chicken Schnitzel Curry. It's kind of like a katsu curry, but different. Cooking a dish like this doesn't only make me feel welcome at the table, but has really allowed me to welcome others to my table. I'm actually not from New South Wales, I'm from another state. So when I came here, I didn't really know anyone. It is really difficult and challenging to meet people. Luckily, I was able to meet an accepting and loving queer community of people who I really call my besties. I entertain and host and invite them around, and we just have great laughs, lots of good food and wine. That's what I think cooking for me is all about. So to make it, the first thing we need to do is cook the rice. Really simple. I've just picked up some rice from Coles and I'm gonna cook that in a rice cooker. Takes half an hour, flick the button and it cooks itself. The next thing that I'm making is the curry sauce. Now this has all the flavor and this is where you get all the comfort from. So it's well spiced, but not spicy. In order to make it, start with your onion and cook until translucent. And then you're gonna add your curry powder along with some ginger and garlic and cook until it's fragrant. Yep, those spices are filling up the room. Next up, you're going to add some water, honey, and soy sauce, then add chicken stock and cook that down for about 20 minutes until it reduces a little bit and starts to thicken. Pop this in a blender and blend into a liquid. Now I'm popping that in a pan with some potatoes and carrots, and then I'm adding in some corn flour, and that's going to allow it to thicken up. So that just sits there on the side. When making the chicken, I am going for easy cooking because this is a comfort dish. I'm trying to save time. So I've picked up some chicken breast, which has already been crumbed from Coles. Put that in an air fryer and literally cook it for 10 minutes and it comes out the crispiest, crunchiest thing you've ever had. Plating it up, it is simply the rice, the curry sauce, and the crispy chicken schnitzel, and then add some green spring onions on top. There you go. It kind of looks like it belongs in a restaurant, but it's super comforting. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
I can definitely smell curry powder and I love the colors.
Happy with this. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. It's a chicken katsu curry, I think.
A very good looking comfort food.
Oh, let's try this succulent chicken.
I think it's best to get a bit of everything. I mean, I've got quite a big mouth, so I can go generous here.
Wow, smells so good.
Yummy.
So much flavor. Very comforting.
It's divine, and I can tell that is exactly what a comfort meal should be like.
For some reason, it takes me back to my trip in Japan.
The rice is there to kind of cool down that kick in the curry, and the crunchy chicken adds texture as well.
Flavor-wise, tick. Presentation, tick. This particular dish though, I'm not sure if it's as simple to prepare and to serve up.
It's warm, it's cozy, it makes your taste buds explode. I'm definitely going to give this dish an 8.
For me, you know, on a kind of a cool night, this would be so comforting to sit down and eat. I score this an 8.5 out of 10. Maybe a cold beer on the side might be nice.
Chef, you get a 7.5 out of me.
Today I'm cooking a crispy fish sandwich. Comfort food really is about nostalgic memories. I spent a lot of my teenage years fishing with my brothers. I've got 4 brothers, and so a lot of our school holidays were fishing with my mum and dad, and this is a dish, I've probably zhuzhed it up a little bit for today, but this is a dish Dad would always cook. As kids we always had fried fish on white bread, so it's just something that takes me back to a comforting childhood memory. I was never made feel different by my family. I was always made feel part of it, and I think there's something comforting in that, and that's why I've cooked this dish today. We're going to kick off the recipe with the tartare sauce. We're going to put some Kewpie mayonnaise, some parsley, baby capers, some cornichons that have been chopped up, some lemon zest, American mustard, a pinch of salt and pepper into a bowl, give that a mix, and then you can just set that aside. Next step, I've got some thinly sliced red onions. I'm going to pop them into a bowl of iced water. This keeps them super crisp. Add in a squeeze of lemon. The lemon is going to take that kind of onion breath flavour away. Next up, the bread. I've got some really soft white bread. Cut it about 1 inch thick. You want to make this sandwich so you almost need a flip top head to eat it. Now onto the fish. I'm using some barramundi for this recipe. To crumb the fish, you want to get 3 separate bowls, one with flour, one with eggs, and one with panko crumbs in them. Simply run the fish through the flour and get a nice light coating onto it. Pop it into the egg and then pop it into the panko crumbs and get a nice even coating onto the fish. Heat some oil to 180 degrees and then carefully place in your fish. You want to cook the fish for around 2 to 3 minutes each side or until it's golden and crunchy. Now onto the assembly. I'm going to generously butter the bread. Now this does 2 things. It protects the bread from getting soggy if the sandwich has to sit for a couple of minutes, and also butter makes everything taste better. Grab the tartare sauce and put a spoon of that onto each slice of bread and then just spread it out. Top the tartare sauce with a handful of crunchy iceberg lettuce. Top that with your crispy golden fried piece of fish and then add on a handful of onions. Pop on the lid and grab the biggest knife you can find in your kitchen and slice your sandwich in half. Now you can see all of the layers in the sandwich. The perfect thing to go on the side is some crunchy crisps. Go on with some pickles, that adds something fresh in there. These other chefs are gonna love this sandwich. Anything deep fried that's slabbed between 2 thick pieces of white bread, it's gotta be a winner, doesn't it?
This looks absolutely amazing. And the side of chips,
Wow, that is one thick sandwich.
The biggest fish sandwich you have ever seen.
Look, I'm gonna try one of these first. It would be rude not to.
If I squeeze it, those juices are coming out. It looks juicy and tender and moist and succulent.
Oh, it smells so good.
Wow, whoa.
Oh, hot damn, that's good.
That is something special.
I can't even tell if it's fish or chicken. I think it's fish, but there's so much flavour.
Really tender, really soft.
I can feel love in this fish sandwich.
Now, on my second bite, I'm gonna add the crisps in here.
From the chips to the sandwich itself, it's such an easy dish to put together, but the flavour is all there and it really works.
Fluffy white bread, yum, yum, yum. It's soaking up all the yummy, good flavours. Maybe their story is fish and chips is a moment where they spend time with their family. That's something I did.
It's genius, I love it. This is by far the best fish and chips sandwich I have ever had. Thank you, chef. I would give you 9 out of 10.
I can't fault it. I definitely rate this a 10 out of 10.
I think that this could be one of the top dishes ever served in Chef's Try, but what can we say that they've faulted on? Nothing at all. I don't think that there's any faults with this dish. So I actually really want to give this person a 10 out of 10, and that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, so we've calculated the results, and the winner is Courtney.
I'm the winner. I'm the winner. I cannot be the winner. I feel like I've almost got a tear in my eye with a, I'd like to thank my manager, I'd like to thank Mum and Dad, I'd like to thank Coles, for having me on board. Fish sandwiches forever. I think there's only one thing left to do, and that is to meet the other chefs and dig into this food. It's been lovely meeting you guys, but more importantly, tasting your food. I think a lot of, you can tell a lot about a person through eating their food. So it's a special day. It's all about comfort, and I certainly feel comforted meeting all of you guys, and got 3 new recipes to take home. Coming to a Coles magazine soon.
Oh my God. It's been a food journey and learning a story about all of you. So I want to say thank you. And do you guys reckon?
I think there's enough talking.
Yeah.
Enough with the talking.
Yeah.
We're really here for the food.
I've got dibs on that sandwich.
What do gay horses eat?
I don't know.
Hey girl, hey.
Hey!